Howdy y'all, I hope you guys are all doing well, I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you guys are healthy. My name is Josh, and I absolutely love clothing and personal style, so if you're into that type of content, feel free to subscribe to me here on YouTube, as well as follow me on Instagram at @wears_Galdo. So today's video, I wanted to highlight a couple of pickups that I've gotten fairly recently, and two of these pickups are from friends of mine, and of course I am such a big proponent of supporting small businesses and independent designers and things like that, so definitely super excited to show you guys that. And one watch that I've been looking for quite a while, so super pumped for this one. Let's get right into the pickups. So the first item that I want to show is one that's the easiest to show while sitting down, but it is going to be this right here. This is a watch. If you are familiar with watches and luxury watch brands, which I'm vaguely familiar with, Frank Muller is a luxury watch brand that produces watches that are worth thousands. Well, this is not that. This is a Japanese parody brand that creates watches based off of like the Frank Muller shape, I guess. But this is Frank Mura. So very, very similar in name. It comes in this box and sleeve. Take off the sleeve and you have the numerical motif around the entire thing. I really didn't expect them to come with like any sort of presentation or anything, because this is not technically a luxury brand at all, but this watch I've been looking for years, and they're just not all that common in the US, so I was really lucky to get the alley-oop from one of my friends for a link to it, and I was able to get it for a wonderful price that I am not mad at all. So opening it up, and we have the Frank Mura Dice Gamble watch. I'm not 100% sure about the naming conventions, but I am very excited for this watch right here. So, white face, dice embedded into the actual face of the watch. The watch is functional, and the strap is a embossed, like fake crocodile skin leather. So yeah, something to kind of like mimic a luxury watch for me, but really the dice in there is what really gets me. And they are functional dice too, because if you shake it up, you can actually use them as dice. Dice as a motif is really cool to me. I live in Las Vegas, where gambling is like huge. For people like me who grew up in Vegas, it is a part of life, or really gambling, the imagery of dice is a part of life. I mean, I even have dice tattooed on my arm for growing up in Vegas, and this watch is absolutely incredible. Now, if I'm being real with myself, is this on par with a quality watch? It is not. This is a quartz movement, which is battery powered, so the mechanics of this watch are extremely simple. It is not something that costs a whole lot of money to make, and it's from a parody brand that is not a luxury brand. So quality-wise, this really isn't all that up there with high-quality watches, but for the novelty of it, I absolutely love it. Next item I wanted to show you guys is actually a leather jacket. Leather jacket shopping is the most irritating thing to me. Either the leather jacket doesn't fit how I want it to, or it fits exactly how I want it to, but it is remarkably expensive, like multiple thousands of dollars for leather. Leather jackets are always going to be rather expensive, but a friend on Instagram hit me up, said he was apprenticing at a leather shop in San Francisco called Johnson Leathers, and allowed me to purchase one of the first runs of the jacket that he designed, and it is absolutely remarkable. The quality and small details of this jacket are super impressive to me, and I'm actually really happy to have it in my wardrobe, and it fits me how I want it to, which is so rare. Alright, so let's talk about some of the details that make this jacket pretty exceptional in my eyes. So, this jacket, shape-wise, is going to look and fit very much like a trucker jacket type of thing, as well as kind of a more western jacket as well. So the back is going to have this yoke, which is super westerny. Is that a word? Westerny to me. And then the front, super simple, but fits boxy and cropped, which is exactly what I need. The leather that this is made of is lamb leather, blistered lamb leather, which is really cool because the texture of the jacket is very ununiform. inconsistent, I think is the right word for it, but inconsistent in like the best possible way. You can kind of see little patches of different textures right there, and honestly, it feels definitely really nice. I've felt like Blistered Lamb Rick Owens pants really similar to this. Love this jacket so very much. See the nappiness on the front right here, and it really feels like patches of suede and patches of smooth leather just randomly put throughout this jacket. And to some people and to some companies, the inconsistencies might be a problem, but honestly, I love seeing the imperfections. Another little detail is going to be a silver stamp over the right shoulder, so that is a part of the lot number that came from like the actual original piece of leather itself, which I think is awesome that they included that, because again, inconsistent details sometimes make for such cool little tidbits of information. From what Vince told me, this is a leather they have had in the shop since 1990 and just hasn't been used up until now, and I think that's awesome because the leather itself is vintage. Opening up the jacket, we have gold Cobrax buttons. One thing that I was worried about this jacket is that, like the buttons are brass. Cobrax buttons are cool, but brass, not really a fan of the color, but this is less of a brass and more of a like actual kind of gold color, which is like kind of unique. I've never seen that before. The inner lining is a Japanese fabric, which is awesome. Here's the tag right over here. Johnson Leather San Francisco. Size 3 equates to a size large, but ask for measurements always. But yeah, that is a good, I think a pretty good overview of the jacket itself. This thing is incredible. It also came with a branded hanger, which is really cool, a nice touch. And yeah, if you guys are looking for a leather jacket that doesn't cost designer prices, definitely hit up Johnson Leathers, hit up What Vince Wearing on Instagram. All this talk about this jacket, and I just realized now that I haven't even mentioned the name of the jacket. It is called the Masuda jacket, and I'm super pleased with this purchase. Also, to speak to the credit of Johnson Leather San Francisco itself, I definitely want to mention that I'm not the only one that thinks that the products that they produce are pretty high quality, because they've also made jackets for Comme des Garçons and its various branches, as well as Beams. So Japanese brands have come to this shop to have jackets made. So I think that also speaks to the reputation of the actual shop itself. So as much as I love that leather jacket, it's about 90 something degrees outside in Las Vegas as I record this video, but let me show you guys what I have worn for quite a while and I'm super stoked for as well. 2 pants, Shun denim from Ezra Ketta Smith. If you don't know who Ezra Ketta Smith is, super nice guy, really great at making clothes. And just before I show you guys the pants, straight up like he drew some stuff on the box, and I think it's so cool. I mean, on brand for this video because of the gambling watch I showed you guys earlier, but just that little added detail I think is awesome. So the pants came in some canvas drawstring bags, which is awesome. I always love to see that. A lot of really high-end brands do that, and I use those bags for when I go traveling and then I want to put shoes in a luggage, so I'll put the shoes in the luggage and pack that away. It's neither here nor there. But let me go ahead and show you guys the pants themselves. So these pants, such a unique silhouette, and I knew there was a reason as to why I took a liking to them, because these pants are basically inspired by a Yan Yan Vanesh design, which, if you guys don't already know, Yan Yan Vanesh is one of my favorite designers at the moment. But drawstring pants, and they cinch a lot. You can see that this panel kind of overlaps over on the crotch area, so it doesn't look like your typical button fly. This goes over to the side here. It is pretty drop crotch in my opinion, and very wide-legged and raw hemmed at the bottom. 2 pockets at the back that have open tops to them, and one thing I want to highlight is that these drawstrings are so unnecessarily long, but I actually think it looks super cool when worn. I measured it out, and these drawstrings are over 7 feet long, which super impressed. I used to think that Rick Owens had long drawstrings, but nah, Ezra really exceeded that. So yeah, these pants I've been wearing quite a bit. As of late, I've been into super baggy silhouettes, and these definitely hit the mark. And one thing I wanted to point out is that yes, the bottoms are frayed, so it'll start kind of like cupping up like this. But one little detail to prevent it from fraying too much, you can see these two little stitch lines on the hem of it. So if it does fray, it's not going to go past those two stitch lines, which I think is such an amazing little detail to them. So yeah, these are going to fade in absolutely remarkably over time. And so this Ezra Ketta Smith shun pant is some next level stuff. So I've been wearing the blue quite a bit, but one thing that I think is pretty incredible is that, I mean, obviously you guys know that my primary color palette is a lot of darker colors and a lot of black incorporated in my wardrobe. Well, I asked him, would it be possible to have one made in black? He was nice enough to go out and look for material to make a black version, and here is the black denim shun pant. Exact same details as the other, blue denim shun pant, just in a black denim, and oh my goodness, this thing is absolutely perfect. Couldn't name one bad thing about these pants. These things are just something that I feel like I need in my wardrobe nowadays. And that's about all I have to show you guys today. I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm always super excited to show people that I know or put people on to brands that they might not know already. But thank you guys for taking your time to watch this video. I appreciate everybody. And if you have any questions that I can answer, feel free to throw it in the comments down below or DM me on Instagram. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.